Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Herb, could you take the minutes for D
Yes.
and call the roll call?
Mr. Simons.
Here.
Mr. Boda.
Yes.
Ms. Graham's excused. Mr. Patalis excused. Mr. Horn.
Here.
Mr. Knotts.
Here.
Mr. Blackstock here.
Thank you. Ralph, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Moving on to approve the agenda. Is there anybody that would like to add or delete anything from the agenda?
I don't have, if nobody else does, I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda.
Okay.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we approve the agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the approval of the minutes of July 6, 2015.
If there are no additions or corrections, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 6, 2015.
I'll support.
Been moved and supported that we approve the minutes of July 16, 2015. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to public comment. Anybody in the audience that would like to speak on anything that's not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have the C1, July 1, 2015 Historical Commission minutes. We have the C2, June 4, 2015 Beautification Committee minutes. C3, June 10, 2015 Park Commission minutes. C4 is the June 16, 2015 St. Clair River Sewer and Water Authority minutes. C5 is the Investment Income Report. C6 is the June 2015 St. Clair Fire Report.
No one has any questions on the consent agenda, I'll approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll support.
Been moved and supported that we accept the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion about any items? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to disbursements, we have bills of $87,950.88. We have payroll of $29,696.88. We have ACH payments of $34,439.80 for a total disbursement of $152,087.56.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $152,087.56. Support.
It's been moved and supported that we pay the bills. Is there any further discussion on the bills? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Knotts.
Okay, yes.
Mr. Horn.
Yes,
Mr. Boda.
Yes.
Mr. Simons.
Yes?
Mr. Blackstock, yes.
Motion carries, we pay the bills. Moving on to new business, item number 1, approval of the distribution of the draft master plan. Do you know what we're talking about here? This is going to be sent out to different surrounding communities and county and other entities as required by the Planning Enabling Act, Public Act 33 of 2008. We do this with all the master plans, and
Correct.
usually there's nobody that disapproves of them.
Yes. If there's no questions, I make the motion that we approve the distribution of the draft East China Township Master Plan dated May 6, 2015, to the surrounding communities, county, and other entities as required by the Planning Enabling Act, Public Act 33 of 2008.
Do we have a support?
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we approve the distribution of the draft master plan. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Horn,
Yes.
Mr. Boda,
Yes.
Mr. Simons,
Yes,
Mr. Knotts,
Yes.
Mr. Blackstock, yes.
motion carries. Moving on to new business item 2 is the upgrade of the township website. I don't know how many people get on the website.
I do.
I hear it's a
If
lot.
you read the sheet that you have here, right now, we're paying $1,164 for the website every year. But this is also our email and some other things that are our support that they do for us. And they're estimating in 2016 that it's going to go to $13.58.16. We got 2 quotes, one from the Civic Plus and the other from Revise. The office manager is recommending that we do the Revise. If you look on your sheet, it's going to be $1,800 per year, but there's no setup fee. The other company has setup fees of $3,850. And then we go to the $950. But they don't offer nowhere near what, according to the office manager, it's night and day difference from this Revised to what we currently have. And maybe, Don, you could speak on that. The Historical Commission wanted to redo the website because they can't do anything with the one we have.
Right, I understand those that bring information in to put on. They can't put it on for some reason.
Yeah, this Romeo Computers, we're pretty much, it's 10 years old. We can't do anything. We can't put pictures on there.
It seems like most of the large percentage of what they want to, put onto the site, they can't get on.
Right.
They bring it in, they bring it into the hall here, and I guess they expect
Sandy to put it on.
Sandy to put it on, and they can't get it on, so.
And that's what I think led to her looking into updating the website. And this would be a 2-year contract.
It looks like a good idea to me.
And they're waiving the setup fee too of $4,000. So we just have to pay the $1,800 annual cost.
Well, she's done a lot with all the paperwork here, and, she's done a lot of investigation on this, and apparently, because we're having trouble with the current one, it looks like we do need to do some changes. I have no problem supporting the recommendation of the office manager.
I don't know really too much about the computers because I don't have one, but it sounds like the one that waived that fee is probably our better one.
Okay, is that a motion then, Ralph, you made?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we, let's see, what are we gonna do? We'll go into, upgrade the township, website by, going to a new provider, REVIZE, in the amount of, $1,800 a year for the next 2 years, setup fee being waived. And I think you need a roll call vote on this.
I will, yep.
I'll support that.
Okay, it's been moved and supported that we change our website provider from Romeo Computer Company to Revise on a 2-year contract at $1,800 per year. Is that what we got? For a 2-year period. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blackstock, yes. Mr. Boda,
Yes.
Mr. Simons,
Yes,
Mr. Horn,
Yes.
Mr. Knotts.
Yes.
motion carries. We're upgrading the township website. All right, next we're moving on to announcements. I don't have any announcements right now. I guess I could add my stuff in here. A couple things I've got. Stuart Bove and Whipple were supposed to be here tonight to present the Ready to Serve on the water and sewer. They got a conflict with scheduling, and they had to be at another township to present some other stuff. They asked if they could come on August the 3rd. I said, well, so we got them scheduled for August the 3rd. That'll be under old business. I talked to Paul, and he said they're tweaking that. I don't know if you've talked to him, Ralph, or I don't know if you have or not. But anyways, they'll be here on August 3rd. The other thing is we've got as I told you at the last meeting, we've got a application out there for Dion Pike's job at the water treatment plant. We have attained probably a half a dozen or 8 applications for the job. We'd like to get started on those tomorrow, calling these people, setting appointments up to get them in here to interview them. Is there anybody that would like to be on the interviewing committee? I've offered to be on it. I was going to get Dion on it. And if we don't get any board members, I was going to ask Dwayne Loper from the water plant. I don't know what licenses are required. Dion knows that. He wrote the app. I don't really know the questions asked, but I'll sit down on a thing and see what they come up with. So if there's nobody wants to, that'll be the committee will be Dion, Dwayne, and myself. Unless somebody else.
I'd like to be on it, but when these homebound nurses come in, I don't know what day they're
Right.
coming in.
Well, I mean, and I don't even know when we can schedule these things. I mean, some of these people are probably working, so that we may have to do them after hours, but Dion's coming in the morning, and we're gonna sit down and narrow it down to probably 3, and probably interview 3 or 4.
Yeah, I would, except that if I do it, I'll be available more, but I won't be available the next couple of
Right. And we
days.
gotta
You gotta kind of be there for everyone.
Consistent, right.
So I think unless we're gonna not do
Well, this
it,
is a pretty important job, as all the jobs are, but, we're picking a supervisor to run.
And, the two that are running the plants, they know exactly what to ask.
And we're fortunate we got Dion that can, and Dwayne knows a lot about the sewer plant too.
And you learned a lot about it.
Well, I've, just been talking every day.
yeah, I'd be available next week, but not this week.
All right. Okay. I just wanted to throw that out there. We also put, if you've seen on the front door, we put an app out. It's what Blaine recommended, that we go out and seek a laborer for the DPW. We don't need an operator. He would rather train somebody to do what he wants them to do. We need a laborer, somebody that can shovel, somebody that can do those things. So we've got that out, and the deadline on that is, we want the apps in by August 3rd. See, I think that's, yeah.
I would hope you wouldn't hire anybody until after 30 days.
We're not gonna hire anybody till after the 30 days.
All right.
No. This is the deadline for the apps. We will not hire anybody until the 30 days. It's already marked on the calendar. I believe it's the 8th or the 9th. So we have till the 8th or the 9th, but Blaine wants to get, I'm anticipating we're gonna have a lot of applications. So it's
Particularly,
gonna-
I think at labor, Blaine's got a good idea there. I think we ought to have somebody that starts at the bottom. Why does everybody have to come in and start at the top?
And that's, less money and everything else. There'll be more to come on that at our next meeting, but I just wanted to let you know that that's what we're doing. We're not hiring anybody. Nope. Not until we did what we said we were gonna do. Another thing I got a notice just today before I came in here from the St. Clair County Road Commission about the local county road funding match money, which we've participated in. You can participate in it 2 out of 3 years. This was the year we had to set out, 15, but we ended up getting that money that was excess to do Springborn Road. So they're asking me to fill out a form to, what do we want to do with our next project. I mean, I think on the road term, we talked about Urban Drive was one, Catherine Street on the north end.
We talked about Record Road. I see they did do some work on.
Yeah, they
Record
just some
Road.
patching, yeah.
Yes, and we did discuss grinding Record Road and putting a little cap over the top of it.
So I guess what I'm asking the board, would they be all right with me submitting that and putting like 3 different things like Record Road, Urban Drive, and Catherine, and get it to where we can utilize that 100,000 of match money? So we're probably gonna have to have 100,000 plus in the budget for that, which we've done in the past. Every year we've done that.
They're gonna let us give it another $100,000 next year then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Put all the projects in like you
Well, as I
said,
say-
and then we can pick and choose later.
But all these projects, they have to be approved, like Springborn Road was a good project because it connected 2 paved roads. And that's what they're looking at. So, I mean, the Urban Drive, I think, a few years ago, I think Tom Cameron gave us an estimate to do that, was right around 100,000, or was it between 80 and 100 to put like a 3/4 or an inch on Urban Drive.
That would be well spent over there on
Yeah.
Urban Drive.
Even Rico
Because
Road to the township
They
line.
did the same thing
Right.
to Chartier, where all them heavy trucks haul out of that stone out of there, and that road is held up great.
The other thing, I approached China Township about paving Recor Road all the way to King Road.
Well, they
And they-
didn't wanna do that
They
one
were,
time.
and I don't blame them, because there's no houses on the road, and, you know, it'd be a tough sell for their township to put their monies into that, so I guess
If you could put those projects in, get approved, and we can.
we can always cancel.
Yeah, we don't have to do everything. Yeah, but put those three in, sure.
All right, I just wanted to
Make
have
sure- I
approval
think
from
we
the
should
board
get-
that.
I think
that
we should
can
have
put that
enough
in.
projects put in and approved to
Every
cover
year.
the 100,000.
Right,
And then we can decide if we want to do with it later.
You can pick and choose later on.
well, that's why, are you guys satisfied with like Urban, Catherine, and Recor?
That's
Pick
right.
those,
Larry,
okay.
I went with you, and
I know, you were,
Fine.
thanks for reminding that, Recor.
I'll say Rico from 29 to the township line.
They did do
Well, you
a
wanna go to
nice,
the township line? We're not paved down there.
Well, you mean down to where the bike path crosses?
Yeah,
That's the township lines where the bike path crosses the road, isn't it?
no, it's way around where that little utility building is. It's halfway to King Road from the railroad tracks.
Got a little utility building.
A little utility building at the Edison, that's a lift station. All right, well, I'll see what those prices come up with. At least we want to get it down to the sewer plant,
and
Put the names in a hat and draw one.
wasn't Magna gonna do some work on Putty Gut Road and then head north onto King Road there for a little ways? They
I
was-
think the county's doing that.
But Magna was paying for it.
Well, I think it's a
That's what I
grant,
understood.
federal grant, because it's providing jobs.
Okay, and that's why I
And
figured,
that's China Township,
yes,
that's all China out there.
nothing in East China, it was going from the railroad tracks.
From Range Road east is
Yeah.
ours, yeah. And that road's in pretty good shape.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, that was all I had. I guess now we'll move on to member comments. Mr. Horn.
I made my comment on Recor Road, they did a pretty nice job of it.
Okay,
It looks good.
all right. Mr. Boda?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Blackstock?
Nothing.
Mr. Knotts?
Yeah, I have nothing, thank you.
Okay. And I pretty much exhausted all the stuff I had. I hope everybody's enjoying their summer, and don't forget our picnic's coming up in September, so we're starting to work on that, among other things that we've got going. Township Hall's looking really good. We got it all trimmed up today, all the bushes trimmed, and Ed does a wonderful job.
Yeah, when are they gonna start on the roof here?
I haven't got an exact date. The chapel's done, but we haven't got,
I see that.
I gotta jack them up. I doubt if they wanna do it when it's 90.
I see it's getting real bad out in the back.
Yeah, we don't have no leaks yet, but,
You're lucky.
yeah, we're getting it. Yeah, we're gonna get it. I'll have you, a firm date by the next meeting.
They probably don't wanna do it because it's so hot,
Right,
and it wrecked them shingles. Probably wanna wait till it cools off, and I don't really blame them.
but I'll have you a firm date. Okay, with that, I guess a motion to adjourn would be in order.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:48.
No support.
It's been moved and supported that we adjourn at 7:48. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, we're adjourned. Thank you.